On this ride, we'll be exploring the British Columbia side of the Continental Divide, including stops in Mount Revelstoke National Park, Glacier National Park, Yoho National Park, and Kootenay National Park. This is going to be an intense, focused ride, and most of it will be off-road, so we'll be out of the saddle a lot. This amazing mountain scenery today is going to be worth all the burn in our legs, so let's get out there. We're starting a journey through the Canadian Rockies by climbing the meadows in the Sky Parkway in Mount Revelstoke National Park. We're going to warm up and begin with light resistance to get the heart pumping and get you ready for things to come. This park was founded in 1914 and was named after the nearby town of Revelstoke. Ahead, you can see the town of Revelstoke below the mountain. Grab some water and take in the view. This stage is all about heavy-seated and standing climbs. We're going to climb Abbott Ridge to a spectacular mountain lookout in British Columbia's Glacier National Park. Let's add some moderate resistance and start climbing. Hand position number 2. Keep the effort strong, but I don't want you to be out of breath. Now let's add more resistance and come out of the saddle to a standing climb. Place the hands to position number 3. As you're climbing, keep your body over your pedals. Make sure your hips don't rock back and forth. Relax your hands and keep a long spine. This is a steady pace, so make sure you have enough resistance to challenge you and keep your form perfect. Abbott Ridge is named after Henry Abbott, who worked for a Canadian railway company. You're doing great. Keep climbing. Add a little more resistance if you can. Now, add more resistance on your bike and move your hips back on the saddle for a seated climb. Hand position number 2 and shoulders down. This is going to be more intense. Your heart is up and you're feeling more push on your legs as you climb. RPE 7. Keep your chest open. From the top of the bridge, you have a clear view of 5 nearby glaciers. Let's add more resistance and stand out of the saddle. Hand position number 3. RPE is moving up to 8. The effort here is going to be even bigger, so challenge yourself and let's go. Remember, stay strong and keep pushing. We're almost to the top. Without changing your resistance, come back to a seated position one last time with hand position number 2. Keep a constant cadence and don't stop pedaling. Now you're really feeling the legs now. RPE number 9. Relax your shoulders and stay with it. We've got 30 seconds to go before standing one last time. Your breathing should be heavier now. Don't stop. resistance and stand out of the saddle for 30 more seconds. Hand position number 3. This is your mountain. Climb it and own it. Great job. You made it. Grab some water and recover here. You can see the Abbott Ridge weather station just below us. What a view. This stage follows the Iceline Trail in Yoho National Park, British Columbia. We'll be doing a steady seated climb, followed by a standing climb, and then move our intensity up with a high cadence drill. Let's increase your resistance right away and get your RPM to 80. Relax your shoulders and start your seated climb. I don't want this to be too hard yet, so be careful not to add too much. Hand position number 2, RPE 6. The Iceline Trail is considered one of the Canadian Rockies' most spectacular hikes, with sweeping views of Yoho Valley as well as many glaciers. Now, increase your resistance and stand up for a standing climb. Notice that we've slowed the cadence down to 70, and I want you to feel your legs push your pedals even more. Your heart rate is coming up even more. Hold this intensity for 45 seconds. Keep your chest open as you climb and stay over those pedals. Strong effort here. The Iceline Trail is only open during the summer. In the winter, as you might imagine, the trail is buried in snow and ice. Without changing your resistance, sit down and pick up your cadence for 1 minute to 90 RPM. Keep your hands at position number 2 and your RP at 8. The glaciers in the park are receding. Glaciers go through natural cycles of advance and retreat, but climate change is causing these glaciers to disappear faster in the summer than they can rebuild in the winter. Can you turn up your resistance a little more and maintain your intensity? Great job. Without changing your resistance, slow your RPM down to 80 and let your heart rate come down a little. This is a short recovery before the next push, so take some deep breaths here. You got 10 seconds more. Last big push here. Without changing your resistance, pick up your cadence up to 100 for 45 seconds. Come on, you can do this. This is going to push you out of your comfort zone, but don't forget good form when you're pedaling. 10 seconds to go right here. Awesome job. Let your heart rate recover while we take a look at the Emerald Glacier and the small pool created by its runoff. We're continuing along the Iceline Trail into Little Yoho Valley. We'll be doing 3 intervals with equal work to rest ratios. The first stage will be 30 seconds, followed by 45 and 60 seconds. We're about to take our first interval. Add some resistance. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push for 30 seconds. This is a surge. Come on, pick up your cadence and drive your heart rate up. Five seconds left. Great job. Take some of the resistance off and slow down to let your heart rate recover. Much of the Yoho Valley was carved out by glaciers many thousands of years ago. Get ready for our next interval, which will be 45 seconds. You've got 10 seconds left. Let's add some moderate resistance. Get ready. Set. And go. Come on, 45 seconds. Come on, push to 100 RPM. Can you bring your heart rate up even more than you did last time? Almost there. Ten seconds left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, lower the resistance and let your heart rate recover. Yoho National Park, along with Banff, Jasper, and Kootenay National Parks, were declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1984. You've got 15 seconds for the last big push. This last set is going to be 60 seconds. Let's add some resistance and pick your cadence up for this final interval. Ready, set, and let's go. Come on, this is it. You can do this. Your heart rate is up and you're out of breath. RPE 9, 100 RPM. Can you add a little more resistance? Do it. Seconds left. Stay with me and finish it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Make the resistance lighter and bring your RPE down to 6. Great intervals. Let your heart rate come down and grab some water as you recover here. Did you know that Yoho is a word used by the Cree people? It means awe or wonder. see a view of Laughing Falls. Take a moment and drink in the view. The best time to view the falls is from June to October. During the winter months, the water's flow is reduced because much of the water freezes over. Okay, you've made it this far. Now, add more resistance and raise your heart rate even more. Maintain good form and 80 RPM. You're starting to feel this in your legs. The falls are fed by the Daly and Niles glaciers. We're almost to the end. Increase your cadence to 100 RPM for the last 30 seconds and finish out the set. Come on, you can do it. The water from the falls has a free fall measuring about 250 meters or about 800 feet. 10 seconds to go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Make the resistance lighter and grab some water. Takaka is a Cree word which translates to magnificent. We're ending our trip through the Canadian Rockies with a visit to gorgeous Flow Lake in Kootenay National Park. In this last stage, we'll be doing seated and standing climbs and then end with a downhill ride. Let's add some moderate resistance and stand out of the saddle for our first standing climb. Keep your hands on position number 3, RPE 6, and RPM 70. A recent fire burned much of this section of the park. You can see the scorched trees all around us. Can you add more resistance to keep this challenging enough? Okay, keep that same resistance and sit back down for a seated climb. Keep your RPE at 7 and RPM 70. Fossils millions of years old have been found near Flow Lake, as well as in other areas of the park. Let's add more resistance and get back up for standing climb. Hand position number 3 and really feel your legs pushing strong. Notice that you've got a lot more resistance. RPE is 8. Now keep your resistance resistance, but sit back down and hold 70 RPM. Your heart rate is picking up now. It's only 30 seconds. Make the resistance lighter and pick up your pace. Keep good form. RPE comes down to 7 with 80 RPM. Notice where in your body you can be more efficient. Again, keep 80 RPM and RPE 7. The park was established as part of a deal between the Canadian and British governments to set aside land for a park in exchange for building a highway across the Canadian Rockies. We're heading downhill, so let's increase your RPM by 10 to 90. Let's make it lighter as we come down this hill. Pick up your cadence to 100 RPM. Seconds to go. Slow down. You made it. Make your resistance lighter and let your heart rate come down. The name of the lake comes from the ice flows from a nearby glacier. Great job today. Let's cool down. Right now, let that heart rate come down. Take some deep breaths. We had an incredible ride today. You deserve this rest and cool down for your heart, your body, and your mind. As you're pedaling the legs, relax your shoulders again and just have a nice, even pedal stroke. Pedaling, think about what we did today. We burned a lot of calories and challenged your heart to come up to keep you healthy and fit. Right now, sit up tall and circle your shoulders around. This is Rogers Pass, seen from Abbott Ridge in Glacier National Park. That's it. And now go the opposite direction. Just rolling the shoulders. And now take your hands behind the back, clasp your fingers, and lift your hands off your hips. Long spine here. Stretch the front of your body, the chest, and the shoulders. Try not to hold your breath. Just breathe. I used to have no hope, but now I'm really trying. Though I feel like I can't go on sometimes. I should be happy. And now take your arms in front of your body, clasp your fingers, and push the arms in front, rounding the upper back. Take the arms over your head, stretched long arms, long side body. Let's have you release the arms to the sides. Sit upright and have your head go to the right side. So you want your right ear towards your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, change sides. This is Takakkaw Falls, seen from the Iceline Trail. One more time, come back up to the center, and then exhale. Other side, right ear, right shoulder. Lower that left shoulder just a bit more, and feel the side of your neck stretch. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, change sides. So left ear, left shoulder. Lower your right shoulder down just a bit more, and feel the right side of your neck stretch. Come back to the center, and now chin to your chest and just lower. Inhale, roll your head up. Exhale, one more time, chin to your chest. And then roll your head up. Circle your shoulders 2 times. And go the other way. And now relax. Bring your hands back, position number 2, and just pedal easy. This is Laughing Falls. Funny, isn't it? Let's have you make your way off the bike. Careful as you step off. And now take your right leg back, stretch out the calf, bend your left leg, hold onto the bike with one hand. That's it. Let's have you switch legs, so take your left leg back, your right leg forward. Try to press that left heel down, stretching the calf. This is the rock wall behind Flow Lake. Despite the things I say I'm fine, I'm just so sad and cold at times. Thanks for joining me on this virtual active ride through the Canadian Rockies. I'm Buddy. See you next time.